morning students. Today we are going to study in detail about accounting procedure for amalgamation of companies. Yesterday I told you, so if X company is there, Y company is there, if both companies are going to combine and form a new company called XY Company Limited, in this case X company is called transferor company, Y company is also called transferor company, means selling company. Both are going to combine and form a new company called XY Company Limited. So XY Company Limited is called transferee company and X and Y company is transferor company. So this is the accounting procedure. So the first step is calculation of PC. So in order to calculate PC, so XY company is going to give some consideration to both X company as well as Y company for taking over assets and liabilities of both the companies. So in the first step, we need to calculate purchase consideration. So three method purchase consideration is that. One is lump sum, net payment and net asset method. Lump sum means the total PC is given in the problem, that is lump sum. Net payment method means the form of discharge of PC or the ways in which PC is given. So that is net payment. So in net asset method, you have to calculate PC by applying the formula total assets taken over at agreed value minus liabilities taken over at agreed value. So by applying this, you can calculate purchase consideration. Step number 2, that is discharge of PC. After calculating the total amount of PC, so you have to write in what form transferee company is going to give that purchase consideration to the transferor company. PC may be given in the form of shares or in the form of cash. So that you have to write in 2 lines. So in the form of equity share this much, in the form of cash. So that you have to calculate total PC. So after calculating these 2 steps, so it was already explained in the previous video. Come to the step number 3. So this is very important. The major portion of amalgamation of companies is covered under this step. That is closing the books of transferor company. If X company is closing down and Y company is closing down, so we have to close the books of X company as well as Y company. So you have to pass journal entries or you have to prepare ledger accounts in order to prepare closing the books of transferor company. So in order to close the books of transferor company, so the first one is, the first journal entry what you need to pass is for transfer of assets including cash. So this is very important. So the first thing you have to enter all assets in realization account at book value. So remember, so in realization account only, so you are going to pass or you are going to enter all assets at book value. If any asset not taken over, you pass to realization account. If cash is not taken over, don't transfer to realization account. Excluding cash, if any asset not taken over, you need to pass to the realization account. If cash is not taken over, don't transfer to realization account. This is the first entry. So in realization account, so we have to enter to concerned assets account. So journal entry is that realization account data are to concerned asset. In ledger account, we have to pass realization account data to concerned asset at book value. Okay, this is the first journal entry and this is the first ledger. Next, come to the second one for transfer of liabilities. So if you transfer all assets at book value, the second thing is you have to transfer all liabilities of transferor company to the realization account. So liabilities include debenture and include statutory reserve in case of amalgamation in the nature of purchase. Amalgamation in the nature of merger, so you have to transfer all the reserves along with liabilities. If it is amalgamation in the nature of purchase, you have to transfer only statutory reserve. So journal entry concerned liability account data to realization account. So in realization account you have to write by concerned liability account. So all assets and liabilities should be transferred at book values. Next, third journal entry is for purchase consideration due. So purchase consideration you already calculated in step number 1. So you have calculated what is the total amount payable by the transferee company to the transferor company. So you have to write purchase consideration due in realization account. So in ledger account, in the realization account by transferee company account. So here you have to write PC due. PC due. This is over. Third entry over. Next, come to the fourth one for payment of realization expenses. If any expenses incurred at the time of transferring of assets or at the time of realization of asset, that expenses will be treated as realization expenses. So if transferor company pay the realization expenses, we are writing in the books of transferor company. So we are paying means cash is outgoing. So remember the rule, real account rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Here cash is outgoing. So realization expenses account data. So realization account data to bank account. So in realization account you have to write to bank account. Wherever you mention bank, you should write the reason for this. For what purpose you have paid this amount should be mentioned. To bank account, that is realization expenses. Fourth entry over. Next, come to the fifth one for sale of asset not taken over by transferee company. If any one of the asset not taken over by the transferee company, what shall transferor company will do? So it is going to sell that particular asset because transferor company will not exist in the future. It is going to sell its business. So in that cases, so company is going to sell the particular asset. If company sell the asset, so company is going to receive the cash, real account rule, debit what comes in. Here by selling the asset, company is going to receive the cash. So journal entry, bank account data to realization account. So in the ledger account, you have to write by bank account. So here you write asset sold. So the particular asset sold. And here two concerned asset. We have transferred all the assets at book value. Say for example, stock is not taken over. So here we wrote stock rupees 50,000. This is the book value. Here if stock is not taken over, so the realizable value we have to write here. By bank account 40,000. And no need to calculate profit or loss from the sale of asset. So by closing this account, so finally we come to know what is the loss or profit. If any asset not taken over, it should be sold by the transferor company. Same thing will be transferred. Next condition, for payment of liability not taken over by transferee company. If any one of the liability not taken over by the transferee company, then transferor company has to pay the particular liability. So payment means cash outgoing, journal entry, realization account data to bank account. In realization account you have to write to bank account. You have to write the purpose, that is payment of liability. So whatever the liability paid, you enter. Next one, for preference capital due. If any preference share capital should be payable by a transferee company to the transferor company, that capital may be payable at par, at premium or at discount. If payable at par means equal to the nominal value of preference share capital, journal entry, preference share capital account data to preference shareholders account. If necessary, you have to prepare preference shareholders account. It is not compulsory, but you have to write the journal entry. Come to the second one. If preference share capital are payable at premium more than the nominal value of preference share capital, journal entry, preference share capital account data realization account data to preference shareholders. So why we have wrote realization in the debit side means if you pay premium, it's a loss for a company. So company has received 5 lakh preference share capital. At the time of repayment, it is paying 6 lakh, means 1 lakh premium. It's a loss for a company. Loss means nominal account rule, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So that's why, so realization we are going to debit. So in realization account, you are going to write to preference shareholders account, that is premium on payment of preference share capital. Next, opposite, payable at discount. If company pays preference share capital at discount, it's a profit for a company. Means it is paying less than what actually received by the preference shareholder. Journal entry, preference share capital account data to realization account to preference shareholders. Realization account get credited because it's a profit for a company. In realization account, we are going to write by preference share capital account. Here we have to write discount on payment of preference share capital. So this entry over. Next, for closing realization account. So after entering all these things, so we are going to close the realization account. At the time of closing of realization account, if credit side of realization account is more than the debit side, then what will be the journal entry? So whatever the profit or loss arrived at realization account will be transferred to shareholders, because shareholders are the owners of a company. So they are the one who are going to take the profit or loss at the time of amalgamation of companies. If credit side is more than the debit side, so journal entry will be realization account data to equity shareholders. This is realization profit. Just opposite. If debit side is more than credit side, so that balance will be transferred to equity shareholders account. So that is a loss. So here, in case of profit, realization account data to equity shareholders. In case of loss, equity shareholders account data to realization account. So this is the closing of realization account. So simply you can remember, realization is an account. All expenses and losses will be entered in the debit side. All incomes and profit entered in the credit side. Okay, here see realization expense. It's an expense. And this is payment of any liability. So this is also one of the expense. And premium payable for preference shareholders. So this is also one of the expenses. And all incomes will be entered in the credit side and close the account. Next, come to this. For transfer of share capital, reserves and profit to equity shareholders account. So whatever the assets and liabilities are there, that will be transferred to realization. That means transferring company is going to take over its assets and liabilities. But so company has equity share capital, reserve, P&L account. So this has to be taken over by the equity shareholders, because equity shareholders are the owners of a company. They are having the right to claim on the capital, reserve and P&L. So that should be transferred to equity shareholders. So then in equity shareholders account, you have to write by equity share capital account, by reserves account, by P&L account. So P&L account, which should be in liability side of the balance sheet, because so liability side of the balance sheet, P&L account is there, means it's a profit. Asset side P&L means it's a loss. So this entry you should post to the shareholder, means this amount is going to credit to the account of equity shareholders. Next, the next one is for transfer of preliminary expenses, discount on issue of shares and debenture, underwriting commission. These are miscellaneous expenses. So these expenses should be borne by the equity shareholder, and these are the expenses should be taken over by the equity shareholders. So that's why we are going to debit this entry. Equity shareholders account data to preliminary expenses account, to underwriting commission account, to discount or issue of shares and debentures account. So all this amount should be debited, and P&L account. P&L account means which is in asset side of the balance sheet. It's a loss. So that should be posted to the equity shareholders. Next, in order to close the equity shareholders, so in realization account we have calculated the balancing figure. So that we need to post to the equity shareholders. Here we wrote 2 equity shareholder, that's a profit. Here we have to write by realization account. So that is profit. Next here 2 realization account. It's a loss. Next entry 11th one for the receipt of PC. So here transferor company is going to receive the PC. In what form the PC is receivable we have calculated here. In the form of equity share, in the form of preference share, or in the form of cash. So we have shown here the same thing. You have to pass the journal entry showing that equity shares in transferee, because transferee company is giving the transferring company's equity shares, preference shares in transferring company, cash or bank account. So these 3 are receivable. So means transferor company is going to receive. So that is we are going to debit to transferee company. So this is the journal entry for receiving purchase consideration, and whatever the receivables are there, finally to whom the company has to pay. So to the equity shareholder, because they are the owners of the company. To the equity shareholders, company has to pay 2 equity shares in transferring company account, 2 bank account. So then in equity shareholders account you have to write 2 equity shares in transferring company account, 2 cash account, and don't write preference share in equity shareholders account, because preference share amount will be receivable by preference shareholders. Equity shareholders are eligible to receive equity shares and cash. That means if PC is payable in the form of equity share or in the form of cash, you have to write it equity shareholders. If PC received in the form of preference share capital, you should post to the preference shareholders account. So these are the entries that we are going to make to close the books of transferor company.